It's Monday, December 9th, and time for your Monday Market Update. Let's take a quick look at our Montgomery County numbers for the last 7 days. We had 99 new listings, 82 under contract, 81 closed sales, 41 price changes, and 40 currently on the private network. All of these only in Montgomery County. Taking a deeper dive into what some of those numbers mean, some of those newly listed, of course, are always already under contract. We've talked about that before, that sometimes new listings actually aren't even new still. They're already under contract, or some of them have already closed because they sold on the private network. But we are getting some more inventory, and you'd think, who in the world would want to list their homes right before the holidays? Well, I'll tell you, there are some benefits to having your home on the market right now. Your home probably feels very festive. So when you walk into a home that's all decorated for Christmas, it feels very warm and inviting, and that's a good thing. So there are some benefits to being on the market during the holidays, just so you know, because I know everyone's kind of asking that question. And then homes going under contract. Some of these buyers have been looking for a long time and now are feeling like they actually have some negotiating power, and they might actually be able to take their time more than a couple of minutes to look at a home. Remember that in 2024, we had a fallout rate of 16%, meaning that 16% of contracts were falling apart before they got to closing. That is the highest that has ever been for the National Association of Realtors. So when we have a lot of homes falling apart or the contracts falling apart, we have to ask, why? Why were so many homes, that went under contract going back on the market and being reactivated? And I think, this is just my personal opinion, that it partially was due to the fact that buyers were having to make such quick decisions. How many of you did online shopping on Black Friday and thought, oh my gosh, something's on sale, I gotta buy it, and then you end up returning some of it? I know I am ending up returning almost everything I bought on Black Friday that was on sale simply because it was on sale. And I woke up the next morning and went, I don't need that. Well, I think some homeowners or home buyers are doing that as well. They are seeing a house that hits the market and they go, oh my gosh, I have to buy it because it's going to sell super fast and I might actually like it. And then they wake up the next morning and they go, wait, that doesn't have a 2-car garage, which I really needed, or it doesn't have a basement that I decided I really needed, or it's not actually in the town that I really wanted to be in, but I got so caught up in needing to buy something that I just bought it. And they're doing that with housing because the housing market was so competitive, has been so competitive, and will continue to be so competitive for the next few years. So that's something to keep in mind, okay? So in the winter months, we have a little bit more time to think about things. And so therefore, people might not be feeling as, gotta get it. And so buyers are actually buying homes and being able to think about it for more than a hot second. So that's a good thing. So that's one of those populations of people who might be looking at homes right now. We've also seen interest rates go down recently. So in the week ending 11/21, so November 21st, the rate from Freddie Mac, again, this is not a rate that you're going to get, but this is the rate that Freddie Mac is loaning at. So the rate that a home buyer would get is actually slightly higher than this. But the highest from Freddie Mac was 6.84 for a 30-year mortgage on November 21st. It has come down to now 6.69 for the 30-year mortgage. That's today. Again, that's from Freddie Mac, so the rate that buyers would get is slightly higher. And then for a 15-year, it's down to 5.96. So we have seen rates come down through the month of December, and I know that I personally have seen an increase in activity. I have several listings that are getting showings now that maybe weren't in October and November, and now buyers are returning and going, wait, there's a couple of good things about this. I can have a little bit of negotiating power. I maybe can think about it for a little bit longer. The homes are cozy and decorated for Christmas. So there are some reasons why people do get into the market at this time of year, and we are seeing that happen right now. More buyers coming to market, more sellers coming to market, even at a time when it is slower. And it is slower. We have less homes going under contract and less new listings, but on a seasonally adjusted perspective, it's more active than I would have thought right now. So let's just put it that way. Some interesting information came out from CoreLogic this week. We have 136 million households total in the United States. So just number of households. 91 million homes are owned, which is a 67% ownership rate. We have 56.5 million homes that are currently have a mortgage. That is 62% of owned homes. 34.5 million are owned free and clear. So 38% of homeowners right now own their home free and clear. That's a very high number. Part of that is probably due to the fact that we have an aging population and some people who have been in their home for quite some time. We have 45 million homes that are rented. That's a 33% rental rate. So just some interesting facts. Most people who have a mortgage right now have over 25% equity in their home. Total nationwide, it equals about $440 billion in equity. That's crazy. So we have a lot of homeowners who are trying to use that equity that they can actually tap into and go ahead and buy their next home. So we've had a rough couple of years. 2023 and 2024 were very, very slow for the real estate market, just in transactions nationwide. It was selling very quickly, but in terms of number of transactions, it was very, very low for 2023 and 2024. Most experts are predicting that 2025 will be better, although I've learned better than to trust experts in this. We don't know what's going to happen. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, mortgage rates are going to come down in 2025, so it's going to be so great. I don't think they're going to come down that much. And actually last week, I think we talked about that most economists have adjusted their predicted numbers. Before they predicted that maybe that rates would get into the fives. Most experts are not saying that now. They're saying that interest rates might come down to 6.4, 6.5, and they probably will not go much lower than that in 2025. So just to anticipate what we think is going to happen in 2025 is we will have more transactions, hopefully. And we will also see interest rates come down. But I think more of what's going to happen is the pent-up demand. So people waiting to move are finally going to just rip the Band-Aid off and decide it's time to move. I think a lot of other people will also just decide that they're coming to sort of this reality where rates are not going to be in the fours. And it's finally sinking in. It's taken years for this to sink in that they're not going to be that low anymore. And that 6.5% might be as good as it's going to get for quite some time. So if you have the dream of home ownership or a larger home, your dream home, moving out of state, whatever it is, you might just need to do that when the time is right. And when you find the right house, you might just need to buy it. And if the rates come down, great. And if they don't, these are still historically low rates. 8% is the historical average. So 6.5 ain't that bad. So when we see 6.5, jump on it. Again, right now, they're at 6.69, but that's, again, what Freddie Mac is loaning at. That's not the rate that you'd actually get. You know, the bank has to make money, the lender has to make money, so you'll probably get around 6.75 right now, but hey, it's not 7.5 and it's not 8%, so take it while you can get it. So 2025, we're hopeful. We know that people will be buying and selling homes. The reasons why people move are life events, not interest rates, and those things are going to continue to happen. Should you have any other questions about real estate, please always feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to answer all of your questions and be your resource. Have a great day.